Is it on? It's on? Okay. I just realized that I have not shown you how to do much of it. I'm just saying, this is what I'm going to do, and then I come back and I show you how I did it. One thing that always gets me very upset is whenever I have somebody else do caulking. Caulking is very important, and there really is an art form to it. So I'm going to kind of show you how I'm caulking so that you know how to do it right. First of all, we're doing real intricate caulking, real small lines and stuff. So when you take your tube, cut it real small. You want the hole, let's see if you can see the size of that hole. No? Let's see, this video work. It's a very small hole. So what you want to do, you cut it at an angle too. You can kind of see I cut the angle on it. You take that angle and you kind of put it into the corner where you're going to caulk. You getting this? And then you slowly squeeze and start running it along, and you kind of adjust the caulking gun as you go, because you'll see that you're getting it into the corner you want it to go. So I'll just go to about here. I really don't like this caulking gun because as soon as you stop, it keeps coming out, so you constantly have to be kind of turning it off. I don't know what exactly that is. But then you take your finger, you should always have a wet sponge with you. Take your finger, kind of wet, it doesn't have to be soaked, but damp, and then just use it to really rub the caulk in there. I didn't get that much on there. Wipe it on the sponge, and then just wipe it off. So it's pretty simple, but a lot of the time you see people's caulk jobs and there's caulk all over the place. I know that's funny to say, but it's on the walls, it's on the baseboard. It almost seems like a lot of people think they can just put caulking on there, run their finger over it, and be done. You can't do that. You have to wipe it off with the rag or with the sponge. That way you're really only getting it into the gaps, and it's not on the wood, it's not on the walls, and when you paint it, it looks much nicer. Because if I hadn't done that and the caulking was still on this wood, once it gets painted, you're going to see that. You're going to see that the caulking wasn't put in properly. So that's pretty much what you have to do all the way along. So you're always going and washing off your sponge and rinsing it out, because once you've done this a few times, you start kind of rubbing white all over the walls. So that's it. I'm going to get back to work on caulking the rest of this, and we'll be back in a little while. This is my dog, Getsy, by the way. Just kind of in the way right now, especially when I'm on my knees going back and forth. But anyways, what I'm working on now, as you can see, is filling holes. It was kind of difficult because I was using some pretty skinny nails, and so I really have to keep my eyes open as I go along looking for them. But I have to fill the holes and let it dry for about an hour, then come by in with a real fine sandpaper, give it a nice sanding, because when we paint this white... Did she just eat some?
No, but she's getting close.
Oh. So I want to make sure that it's real nice and smooth. I want to make sure you cannot see where any of the patches are once I get it painted, especially with high gloss paint that will show every little imperfection. So I have to make sure once this dries, I give it a nice sanding and make sure it looks good before I start painting. So that's it for now. Okay, so the room is now caulked and puttied and completely ready to dry off, and then I'll be back to sand. It's going to take a little while to sand everything, do some patches around there, and we'll be painting in no time. Okay, it's been a while since I was on here, so I'm giving you kind of an update. What I've done since the last time, which was only 2 seconds ago to you, but it's been 3 hours for me. I finished sanding, and I have now, it made a lot of dust, so I went around with this little shop vac and I picked up all the dust all the way around. And so everything is sanded, dusted. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a very damp rag, well, almost dry, but just slightly damp rag, and I'm going to wipe it all down. That way it just gets off any loose dust that I couldn't pick up with the vacuum, and then I'm going to start painting. So I started painting, and I'm doing it with a roller and a brush. You have to use the brush to actually individually do each one of the lines, because the roller doesn't get the paint in there, and then you have to go back through with the brush. It doesn't look bad when you're looking at it through the camera right now, but I really don't like how it's coming out. I kind of want it to be a real nice smooth texture, and the roller I got was for smooth surfaces, but it's kind of coming out looking textured a little bit. So I think I might call it quits and wait till tomorrow, and I have a spray gun back at our shop, and I might just mask everything in this room and spray it, because I don't want to go through all this work of putting this in and then put a crappy paint job on it. So I think we are going to call it quits for today.